All right. Welcome back. Got some more vintage cube today. Didn't do so hot yesterday. We're going to try to reverse it a little bit. I finished up the matches in that last draft we did. I think I went like 2-1. So better than expected, actually. I don't think that deck was very good. I was trying to like not. I was sort of trying to not go and just take all the white aggro cards and do something a little different, but then I just ended up with like just a strictly worse deck and a deck that wasn't even fun anyway. So we're gonna try not to do that again. Instead, we're gonna open a Mana Vault, a Balance, a Barrowgoyf, an Inti, and last but not least, a Lurrus. So, I mean, Lurrus is very strong, and it's pretty nice to get first pick because you can just immediately start building around the companion criteria. Mana Vault is really strong. Fast mana is still powerful. I do like Balance. Sometimes Balance comes around. Maybe I can take the Vault and wheel the Balance. I kind of just want to take Lurrus, but I feel like Vault's probably the pick. Okay, now we get a Psychic Frog, a Mana Leak, Lelia, Dark Ritual. I think I take Psychic Frog. Psychic Frog's very good. It's not a great follow-up to Mana Vault necessarily, but I think it's the strongest card in the pack by a bit, despite being two colors. Mana Leak is great. I certainly wouldn't have minded taking Mana Leak if Frog wasn't there. Okay, now we get a Gadgeteer, which doesn't work with Mana Vault, but it would work with Monolith, which might, kind of go in line with the Mana Vault type deck. There's also Manifold Key, which untaps the Vault, kind of ramps you there. There's an Archon of Cruelty. If I wanted to go Reanimator with Psychic Frog, wouldn't be bad. There's Preacher, if I was more like mid-rangey blue-black. Kind of blue-black tempo. We maybe wheel the Urtai. The Wooded Foothills too, but I think these other cards are strong enough to take over the fetch that's not blue or black. I'm going to go with Archon. Archon's a pretty strong Reanimator target, and Psychic Frog is not only a great card, but also a great discard outlet. So let's take the Archon. I think Preacher's pretty replaceable. I'm not gonna take a like good 3-drop over a great Reanimator target. We got Harvester of Mystery now, Harvester of Misery now. Pest Infestation. And some okay lands. Kind of just want to take Harvester to cut black. I guess Blazemire might end up being a land I want, but I don't know. It's not fetchable. I don't really care about taking it too highly. Let's take the Harvester. Harvester's not bad. I mean, it's really good against some decks. And anytime you're trying to like reanimate stuff and the card has a built-in discard, like the land cyclers, it's significantly better. I don't think it's as good as like Troll of Khazad-dûm in that sense, but still solid. Okay, now we get a Grief. There's a Tidebinder too. Tidebinder's pretty good. I think Grief would probably go more in the Reanimator Strat, Tidebinder's more of the tempo. Mid-rangey card. I don't know. I don't think Grief is like all that good. Um, it's decent though. I mean, I just think it's a close pick here. I'll take the Grief, I guess. I don't know about that one. Now we get Exhume, our first recursion thing. It's not a great one, especially if you don't end up playing it early. But it is cheap, doesn't cost life. It's not like an Animate Dead where they can blow up the enchantment. So it does have the potential to be great. It's just a little more risky sometimes. I'm gonna take it. There's not much else here I want. I guess Show and Tell could be something, but I'll just take the Exhume. Now we get Cut Down. Seasoned Pyromancer is a discard outlet, but it's double red. Pillars of Bog. Not nothing, I guess, but let's take the cheap removal. Ooh, Voidwalker I like. Heavy black here. It's the hold up here. Wow. Wheeled Barragoyf. Sedgemoor, Fallen Shinobi. Man, I do like Shinobi, but Barragoyf is just really good here. A lot can go wrong with trying to do Shinobi. Barragoyf's just always great, pretty much. There is Sedgemoor Witch for Chain of Smog, which I think we saw in this pack. But I'm just going to take the Goyf. We got Urborg now. Bone Shards. Bone Shards is a pretty good discard outlet. Don't think I really need Urborg. I mean, it is nice to play stuff like Voidwalker and still play Islands. But I'll take the Shards. Wield the Preacher. Wield the Urtai also. Might just take the Urtai. It's pretty nice. Yeah. I don't think I'll need Sacred Foundry. I don't know. Could be wrong, but take Infestation. Cliffs, maybe. One less curator in the world. Yavimaya, nice. Alright. Pretty good start. I mean, no power, obviously, but would love to get Reanimate. Recurring Nightmare, also pretty good. Fable, could easily play that. Find some lands. Abhorrent Oculus, I mean, kind of could work with Frog, but need some more help. I guess Barragoyf works pretty well with it. I like Fable, but actually looks like a decent Recurring Nightmare list. Got Grief, Urtai, and then we can go get more stuff. Harvester. I mean, the correct pick is probably just Fable, and we already have Blackleaf Cliffs to start with the fixing. Yeah, I'll take that. I like Nightmare, but I think Fable's a little too strong to pass up. Not currently a great mana vault deck unless we're just powering out a Archon. Ooh. Wow, a lot of stuff I want here. Well, I guess not that much, but there's some stuff I want here. Spell Pierce is great. Would love to have that. Deep Cavern Bat, also great. But I think I take Flash. Now I'm wondering if I've already passed World Spine Worm in pack 1. I don't think I have. It's not the best with Archon. But if we can find the worm, it's pretty sick. This is a case where, like, I know Bat's going to be great in this deck. But taking Flash means that I can maybe get World Spine Worm later and then maybe pick up, like, Vamp Tutor or even Imperial Seal. I think it's worth taking. I don't know. Certainly better pack 1, pick 1 than pack 2, pick 2. You know what? Never mind. I forget what I said. I'm taking the bat. Now we get Chain of Smog. Already passed the Witch. Maybe we passed the other thing too. Snuff Out is great. Thundertrap Trainer. Converter, also pretty good. Nice discard outlet. Cheap thing to start the game with. You know, works with Bone Shards if you don't have like a recursion thing. You can just discard something to Converter, still get value. Snuff Out's pretty good though. Converter also helps fix for like the splashes here. Black's been open enough. We might even wheel the Snuff Out. Take Converter. Ooh, Toxic Deluge. I don't love it with like Deep Cavern Bat type stuff, but it's pretty powerful. There's also Woodfall Primus as a recursion target. There's Baleful Strix. Just a great 2 to stall the game. Be good if we wheel Recurring Nightmare. It's a nice one. And there's Fanatic also. Taxian Probe. Really solid. Yeah, I like Probe, but I think Deluge is the pick. Try to wheel one of these. I mean, Probe's not wheeling, but Strix, Primus, Fanatic. Yeah, Deluge is just really strong. Now we get Dismember. Not much. Well, I guess Memory Lapse. Yeah, Memory Lapse is good. Yeah, I like Memory Lapse. I just don't know. I'm gonna want early blue for Frog, but I'm not gonna play like a ton of blue. Lapse is strong though. Hmm. Yeah, I'll take the Lapse. It's a tough one. Now we get Fatal Push. Glad I took the Memory Lapse now. Not gonna grab Subtlety, I don't think. Yeah, let's take the push. Push is great. Now we get Life Death. Not the best recursion thing, but it's pretty good. There's not much else here. Yeah. Take Life Death. Is it Tali, Liliana? So Lily's obviously a discard outlet. Considers also whatever. Not really heavy enough blue to play that, I don't think. Blood Tithe, yeah. I mean, we're already trying to play red, but I think it's really worth trying to get in there. Let's just go Itali. It's a nice thing to recur. Tursa, I mean, wouldn't be crazy either. But get another big guy in here. Wield the Recurring Nightmare, so I think I'll take that over Goyf Oculus. I like Oculus. It's not a bad one to recur, you know. You don't have to have a massive thing. You can kind of win the game itself. Good if we get Unearth in pack 3. But let's take the Nightmare, I think. Field the Flash, that's kind of wild. I'll take it. Alright. I guess I'm glad I didn't take Flash. A lot of black wheeling though. I mean, Bat may have wheeled too. Snuff Out wheeled. Thunder Trap. But yeah, Snuff Out's great. Okay, looking good. As far as discard outlets, we have Bone Shards, Converter. Flash, it doesn't really count, but it can kind of act like a discard outlet sometimes. And then Harvester discards itself. We got Fable, and then Frog. Outcome, Plunder. Maybe there's a world where Plunder gets in, I don't know. Alright, Sunken Ruins, not bad. It's nice if we draw a hand that's like Island, Sunken Ruins, you know, you can still play Voidwalker. Obviously, it gets awkward if we have a weird hand where it's like Mountain and Sunken Ruins, but it doesn't happen very often. I'm not actually sure which archetype we could have had a better version of if it was the blue-black sort of mid-rangey tempo or blue-black reanimator. Definitely some picks I made that lean more towards reanimator when I had another option for like a, you know, Baleful Strix or something like that that like is more low to the ground, cheap cards, tempo. We still ended up with some good tempo stuff, of course. They overlap. Urtai Subtlety, Bat, Woodwalker, Frog, you know, all great. Wow. In pack 3, we open a Mox Jet. Incredible. And we're probably going to wheel the Troll. I mean, Black's been really open. So, otherwise, like, Tar Pit is great. Jace. Oh, there's World Spine Worm, though. I'm surely gonna wheel that, right? I mean, I'm certainly not taking over a Mox Jet. That'd be insane. But yeah, I'll take a Mox Jet. Hopefully wheel the Worm. If not, maybe Troll will come around. I can't imagine a Worm goes, but you never know. I feel like if somebody's sneak attacking, they would take the Through the Breach and just already have other targets to sneak, but I'm not sure. It's an interesting one. So Broadside Bombardiers is by far the best card in the pack. And we are playing a little bit of red, but it's also just not really the game plan to like slam a 3-drop with Menace Haste and throw things. There's a Badlands here, as well as a Steam Vents, but I think I'd take Badlands first. Snapcaster, also pretty good with Memory Lapse. Exhume, Cut Down, Fatal Push, and whatnot. And Grave Titan, of course, but probably wheel that. I have a lot of playables. I'm just going to take the land. Maybe that's bad. Maybe Snapcaster or Broadside's better, but I'm playing 3 colors with like hardly any fixing, so I'm going to try to just take some fixing and actually be able to cast my spells. Now we get Spell Seeker. Speaking of spells, gets Exhume, gets Flash. Does not get Life Death. This counts as 3 mana in terms of Spell Seeker. We got Bone Shards Push, of course. Yeah, I mean, I think it's better than the alternatives here, which are pretty much nothing. River Pyre Verge, I guess. Red, blue. Yeah. Take a Seeker. It's good with Flash. If I wheel World Spine Worm, it's a decent flash package. Italy Archon Worm. Archon probably being the weakest, typically, I would say. You get to make them discard a card, sack a creature. Like you're using 2 cards to make them discard a card, sack a creature, lose 3 life. And I get to use 2 cards to draw a card and gain 3 life. Like it does sound good, but like to assemble a combo like that. And it does put Archon in the graveyard, for my other recursion, so I think it works. Now we get Shallow Grave, Cryptic Command, not heavy enough blue for Cryptic, I don't think. My fixing's not going to get there. There's not much else. There's Raucous Theater I could take. I could take the Theater, I guess. Maybe Shallow Grave Wheels. Black's just been really open, so yeah, let's take the Theater. 3 red black lands for 1 red card. Lets me maybe play Italy though, off a mana vault. You never know. Converter helps splash a little bit too, which is nice. Wow, Animate dead now. Perfect. Passing in Malcolm and, Bloodchief's Thirst, whatever. Malcolm would be good. Yeah, not going to pass the Animate, obviously. So I'm hoping to wheel World Spine Worm and Shallow Grave are the big ones. Probably not playing Subtlety at the moment. I already know I'm going to have to make a handful of cuts at least. There's a Kaito. Once again, blue-black tempo. Would have been great. But I think we got a solid reanimator list here. I don't think I take Kaito. I just don't have enough early creatures for it. Sorin is interesting. I like Otawara because it doesn't take up a playable slot, which we are kind of maxed out on. But Lose Focus being a cheap counter is pretty good. But I'm just not very heavy blue to actually be able to replicate. Take Otawara, I think. Wow, Mystic Confluence. Collective Brutality, also solid in Reanimator. I guess there's a world where that's the last card in the pack, but it's probably going to be like Blooming Marsh or something. Wins. I'm going to take the Mystic. I know it's double blue, and I just said we weren't that heavy blue, but Mystic is significantly more powerful than Lose Focus. I guess we could probably use another discard outlet, though. Maybe that's crazy, but I'm going to take the Brutality. Yeah, maybe that's bad. Brainstorm. This isn't the best Brainstorm list. I might just take Kolaghan's Command. Borrower is also nice. Nice little interaction, and then you can sack it to Nightmare or something. Something better. Kolaghan's Command's pretty good, though. We have 3 red lands. Yeah, I like that. Alright, wield the World Spine. Wield all the blue cards for some reason. So there's like nobody on black, nobody on blue somehow. Kind of wild. But yeah, I'll take the World Spine. Now we just need Shallow Grave for multiple packages here. Malevolent Rumble would be great if we were in green, but just Skydiver, Grave Titan. Yeah, I'll take the Titan. I don't mind taking one more fatty, especially when I can cast more easily off like a mana vault. All right, I already have to make a few cuts. I think at this point I can probably cut Life Death. I have Animate, Exhume, Nightmare. Oh no, probably just keep the Life Death. I thought I had more for some reason. I don't remember where the Shallow Grave was. There it is. Nice. All right, now I might ditch the life death. I'm not sure if it's better than Exhume. It's probably better than Exhume, actually. Not sure. Exhume doesn't cost life, but Exhume also lets them potentially bring something back if you play it later in the game. Which sometimes doesn't really matter, but sometimes matters a lot. It's also just a lot worse if you're not exhuming. Like if you want to exhume a creature that you have that's like a 3 or 4 drop, it's not going to have like a huge impact, but you still want to just use your card to get it back. Life Death's a lot better for that. Yeah, I think this Mana Vault's still worth playing with all the big stuff. So you just hard cast it. But it doesn't seem like the best Mana Vault list. I think we'll probably still get some good use out of it though. All right. Recursion. Fairly solid. Got some big fellas. Yeah, I definitely need to make several cuts though, unfortunately. So like I said, Spellseeker does not get Life Death, but it gets Exhume, Shallow Grave, Brutality. Like it gets Discard Outlets and Flash and Recursion stuff, so seems solid. I like these twos. I like Urtine Grief if we're playing Recurring Nightmare. But this isn't actually the best Recurring Nightmare list. It's just like a, it's more like a Necromancy in this deck. You just hope to get a big thing back with it. I'm not like cycling through stuff super well. It's just Urtine Grief. Um, Spellseeker, you can recur and whatever, but I'm not getting like a ton of value. I guess I don't know. I guess getting Flash initially and then sacking it to get, you know, a fatal push or something can sometimes be good. But I am pretty light on Nightmare stuff. Hmm. Can probably cut a cut down. I ended up with a decent amount of removal. I think I've cut one of these recursion things. I don't know. Nightmare is probably fine, but I don't really trust having initial creatures that I want to sacrifice. It is 3 mana. I mean, Fable is kind of a creature, so I don't know. I have a decent chunk, but I think my other ones are a little better. Still need like 3 cuts. What do we got? Discard outlets. Volgon's Command is technically one. Flash kind of is one. These are semi-discard outlets. Not that many. You got Frog. Harvester discards itself. Fable. So yeah, these are our ways to discard. Plus you have Grief throws itself in the yard. Harvester throws itself in the yard. And then Spellseeker can find Collective Brutality, and I guess that's one too, obviously. Yeah, so I have a lot of discard. Um, Feels like Kolaghan's command is strong enough to leave in, even on the splash. Maybe Memory Lapse is a little too hopeful with the amount of blue we're going to be able to play. Really strong card, but I think I'm going to be able to reliably play it. Seeker and Urtai are a little different because they're just better later and they progress the game plan. Flash, of course. Psychic Frog too. I don't know. Maybe Lapse is good. I should probably just cut Harvester out of the main. I already have Toxic Deluge, and there's some games where it's just like not good, you know. One more cut. All these creatures should stay in. It's probably just one of these. Converter stays. I think Bone Shard stays. Flash, of course. Frog, of course. Yep. Yep. So I guess that does leave Kolaghan's command, at least from my initial gut feeling. I think command is the weakest. Mostly just because I'm splashing it. Compared to, you know, like Bone Shards is cheap and just mono black. Brutality, cheaper mono black. Command can be good against certain matchups, though. Certainly have the option to bring it in. Alright, I'm going to add 10 lands and play some games here. Don't need a forest for life death. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 2, 3, 4. Might want another blue source. I don't really think I need a mountain. I think I'd rather just play blue because Flash is such a strong card. And I have 3 blue cards I want to play and an Ode Aura compared to just really one red card I want to play. There is Itali, which I could cast. You know, 7 is not out of the realm of possibility, especially with Mana Vault. But I do already have 3 red lands plus treasures potentially from like Fable, Converter. So I have ways to get double red. I just feel like having more blue in the deck for like Seeker and Flash is better. I don't know. I'll run with this. I do wish the fixing was better, but I don't think I really passed any good lands. I was getting all the blue and black cards, but the land's not so much. They may have just not been opened. Alright. Hand looks pretty good. Could start with a Grief. Pitch the bat. And hope to take removal and play Frog. Yeah, sure. Because I'm playing Frog on 2, which means Bat on 3 and Grief on 4. But then that already kind of exposes the Frog to removal if we're playing against white or something. I think I'd rather just do this. See what's up. Oh, okay. Um, well, Terra Sunder does kill Frog eventually, but they're quite a ways away from that. I think I'd rather just take Breacher, so they can't prevent me from drawing cards. Although, they do have Sylvan. So I go Raucous Theater, they go land, go. I go land Frog, they go land Caryatid. I attack, they can block. If they don't, I draw a card. If they do, I discard, kill the Caryatid. But then they have Terra Sunder. Mm. Alright, we'll try to just find a way to kill Breacher, I guess. Alright, Shallow Grave, World Spine. It's 15 damage. You don't get the tokens. Do I want that? Be a turn 3 play. Yeah, I guess. I guess that's fine. Hopefully they don't draw something to kill the frog in the meantime. 15 obviously doesn't win the game, but I think it's worth doing. Could also just Shallow Grave the Grief and take their Breacher. Or Sylvan or whatever. That wouldn't be crazy. They didn't play Triome, which is kind of weird. What does that mean? Let's go Froge. Yeah, that is. Why would they not play Triome there? What do they have for 1 green that they wanted to leave up? Who knows? I don't think I can kill them next turn because I've discarded 2, 15, Shallow Grave, 2 other cards. Go to 4. I get in for 19 if they didn't block. Hmm. It may actually just be better to Shallow Grave the Grief and take their Breacher. Hmm. No, because then if I put them to a low life, then I can just use the frog, give it flying. All right. think I just attack. If they block, I'll pump, of course. That doesn't make sense. Okay, think about the damage here. 12, 14. Go to 6. 15, they go to 5. Use 3. Alright, let's ditch a swamp. Should probably just discard both. But right now, I mean, I don't even know if they have another untapped land to play Reacher. Yeah, I guess I'll just let this hit and then put him to 5. Frog's lethal next turn. Voidwalker. Okay. So Worm goes away, no tokens. Yeah, they didn't have untapped land, but they could have something else here. Obviously, if it's just Jitte, I win. Alright, sweet. Yeah, opponent made some odd blocks there. Odd plays, like not playing Triumph turn 1 was weird. But we move on, I guess. Seems like Cut Down is solid against them. Harvester probably is too. Against Breacher. Hmm. I can go get Flash, but don't have any creatures for it yet. This is all my colors. Do have a Spell Seeker, do have a Cut Down. This deck has a lot better hands though. I don't know, it's tough because Spell Seeker like makes it to where I have a lot more live draws. Because I can just see what I draw the next couple turns and then Spell Seeker for what I'm missing, but I just hit another like land or two. It's pretty horrendous. I don't know, I'm gonna keep. I've got all my colors. I got stuff to play. Kinda. Maybe it's a coward move, but whatever. Call me a coward. Waterlogged Grove is their first land. Seems good for me. Mox Jet, huh? Well, I don't think I play that right away. Not going to help me much. I don't think they have hand disruption. We did see Terrace Under. Oh, maybe they do have hand disruption. Swamp. Fanatic. Okay. Obviously, it's something they can recur from the graveyard, but it is what it is. Alright, well, we did essentially draw 2 lands in a row, so I don't really know what's best to get with Spellseeker, but I'll use my mana here. Yes, I will use it. Should probably just get Collective Brutality. Pitch these lands. Kill whatever other creature they play. They do know I have it now. Maybe they won't play a 2 toughness creature out and do it. Also not the most likely to have instants and sorceries, but I'm sure they've got some. Surely. Yeah, well, my worst fears were realized. We kept a 5-lander and drew 2 more lands, essentially, but one of them was a Mox, so I guess it's a bit of an upgrade. Opponent says, tap land, go. Alright, we're just setting up to hardcast something large here. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, okay. Mana Vault, go. Well, I guess I'll attack. But give you a nice, juicy Terrace Under target. Opponent not eternalizing the Fanatic, so I guess they have something. Fable's a good draw. Wonder if I'm supposed to just Brutality now. Probably. Because Fable's a discard outlet, you know? So I'm not really giving up, like, drawing a big guy potential. I want to just see what's going on with their hand. They're not playing anything. Do I drain them? I could drain them. I don't think I need this other land. No, I'll just keep it because then I can draw off Fable. I think a card's better. We'll just do this. Show me what you got. Hopefully I actually hit something. It's just Bowmaster, Shinobi. Yikes. Okay, I guess I won't attack, but they can just kill Spellseeker and then still get in. They would have to attack with Bowmasters. So I can at least eat that, but then they get to Shinobi me. Damn, that is bad. I mean, it's one thing to whiff, but then for them to also have just a great play here. Especially considering I have such huge creatures like that I haven't drawn yet, so they're probably going to hit one of those. It does suck. Alright, no attacks. Go ahead and Bowmasters me. Yeah. I mean, the good thing is if they don't hit one of my large things and I draw a large thing, I do have a million mana, so I can play pretty much everything in my deck. And I should be able to at least kill the Bowmasters. Assuming they didn't draw removal. But if they draw removal, then they can't play Shinobi. I'm playing something? Excuse me? Okay, well, this opponent has been doing very strange things this match. But I don't know, I don't want to pass judgment on their decisions too hard, but like I'm tapped out apart from a mana vault. You have two creatures, you have Shinobi in hand that you can ninjutsu. Demonic tutor. Like they clearly know how magic cards work. I don't know. Maybe I'm the idiot. They're tutoring for something. Like they know I have a World Spine Worm in my deck and they're not getting in with Shinobi. What's going on? They tutored for something though, so we'll see. Alright, let's discard these lands. Yes. Draw Exhume. Oh, they kill my goblin. Whatever, still worth it. I guess I maybe should have just drawn one. I think at this point I just... Oh, I mean, what is happening? Did they look for a draw 7? They're going to try to get me that way? Why are you doing the things that you're doing? All right. I mean, the fact that I'm just getting wildly flooded out when my opponent does nonsense things is kind of frustrating, but it's a 3/3 now. I mean, I want to Otawara my Fable to get another discard, but I guess that's bad, especially since they have Shinobi. Yeah. Let's just pass. If they have a draw 7, then they have a draw 7, whatever. I'll just bounce the Bowmasters. Hope they don't have the land to replay it. Right. Looks like they will if it's Time Twister. See what they tutored for. I mean, if they go Shinobi, I can kind of get them here. They attack with both. This time I have mana untapped. Be a weird thing to do, but looks like they're not doing that. They're going to go for... I'm not even going to guess anymore. I don't know what this opponent is doing, and it's distracting me from my own game plan. Like, I didn't even think about the Bowmaster's trigger because I was distracted by the weirdness. But yeah, drawing 9 lands plus Mana Vault. Not the best for punishing slow, odd plays. But, you know, We have Fable, we have Vault ready to go for a large creature that we draw, so certainly not in a bad spot. I've gotten to play some stuff. Attacking with the Orc Army. They put me to 15. I guess then if they have a draw 7, it's kind of bad. But I think they're just ninjutsuing. So I'm just going to Otawara that. Okay. I take 3. I mean, maybe this is going to work out for them. Maybe they're playing so unorthodox that it ends up killing me. Okay. Get Demonic Tutor. Okay. They've now tutored for 2 things. And not shinobi'd me. Yeah. Not anything I can do about it. I seem to draw a Tali, cast a Tali, hit like Archon. GG. Don't think I want to Odo or anything, but could bounce the Orc Army, I guess. Yeah. Wonder what they're tutoring for. I mean, they could just have like Time Walk and Time Twister or something. Something crazy. I mean, if I brick here, I'm probably dead to whatever they tutored for. So, Psychic Frog, okay. Alright, let's go Frog. Could give them a Fanatic back and then get a Spell Seeker. Maybe kill Bowmasters with Fatal Push. I still have Otawara up if I want it. Yeah, I think that's actually safe in case of a draw 7. Feels like that's probably one of the cards they got. I don't know though. It's hard to tell. I don't like giving them more mana, of course, but and then I could attack with the Goblin Shaman just to get a treasure so I can Fatal Push something larger. But it still doesn't hit Shinobi. So let's just pass, I think. Swamp. You have 7 mana. If I survive the turn, I can Reflection the Spell Seeker. And go get something if I draw like World Spine and get Flash. Alright, there's the Twister. So let's attempt to Bowmasters, or kill the Bowmasters. If they have a counter, then I can try to Otawara it. Unfortunately, they have Fanatic, so they'll probably be able to replay it. So it dies. They could redraw it. Now the question is, do I want to Otawara or just discard it to Frog and keep my Mana Vault untapped? I probably want to keep my Mana Vault untapped. So let's just do this. Okay, I draw all spells. Oh, I guess Otawara again. Nice. So I still have that option. Okay, I mean, feel pretty good about the spot now. I can Reflection the Spell Seeker, get Flash. Not sure if I want to chump. I guess if they attack, I probably should chump because they can Shinobi. Well, no, I vote Aura. I'll just bounce the Shinobi. Especially if they are Shinobiing with the token, they just lose the token. I think I'll let that happen. I guess they would. I mean, I'll block the Witness if they attack. All right, they scooped. That was. I don't know. I don't want to be too harsh because everybody has to start somewhere with Vintage Cube, and they may be just in the early goings of trying to figure stuff out. So, not gonna bash. Let's play. I certainly make a ton of mistakes, so I can't say much. But yeah, like not ninjutsuing Shinobi when your opponent's tapped out, and instead cracking Waterlogged Grove and playing like I don't think they even played anything else. I mean, maybe did they go tutor that turn? I don't remember. Oh, I said I wasn't gonna say anything, so I shouldn't say anything. All right, on to the next. Now I'm just gonna get crushed, and I'm gonna make like 4 mistakes. All right. Sand has no recursion, but it does have discard outlets and an Archon, so I'll keep and hope to draw Reanimate effect. No blue source, unfortunately. Go ahead and play the Mox because they're playing black. They could have like hand disruption. I don't know. I have a lot of things that they probably want to take though, even with an Inquisition. I think Mox might not be on the list there. Could have snapped off Brutality, but let's see what they got going on first. They just go like 2-drop creature that I can kill with it. It'd be much better. If they are heavy black, obviously Snuff Out gets a little worse. It is Zagoth Triumph. Okay. Blue source is good. Yep. Slam it. Don't have high hopes for it living, but we'll see. No fatal push, so that's good. Double triumphed up over there. Nice. Okay. So let's see. How do we want to do this? Brutalitying it only makes him discard one card, and then we're just gonna bone shards it anyway. So I should probably just bone shards it. Draw Fable. Okay. It is possible they have reanimate or animate dead, so I'm a little hesitant to just bin the Archon immediately. But I don't really want to just pitch Fable. I don't have any red sources yet, but it is a strong one if I get red. Hmm. Let's just pitch it. And then I guess I attack first. Bin Swamp. Yeah, I could. Like, I do want Archon in the yard. I'm just a little worried about their recursion. It's the only thing. I guess at this point I should probably just brutality them. I already have a discard outlet here. Don't have much. Probably should have done this first. Mystic Confluence. Witness. I can witness back the frog. Seeker for something. Alright, they got some plays. Oh, they go with Chocobo. Okay. To Island off the top. Or no, that was from their hand. Yeah, okay. Toxic. Like creature removal, I guess. Um, I don't think I tap out for snuff out. I think I want the mana for after I draw a card. Try to spike into a red source here. Just a swamp. I don't think I play that one. So they have Eternal Witness to get any number of these back. Sorin, Spellseeker. They could Spellseeker for like a Fatal Push or something. That would be bad. Thought Sneeze. Could just discard my whole hand. That's probably not a good idea. Thought about it though. I would assume they'd take push, but maybe, I don't know. I mean, the creatures they're gonna play. Well, I guess taking push if they're trying to get back frog, it's probably wise. I assume they follow with Eternal Witness, get back frog, or they could get back Confluence, I guess. They don't have a fifth land yet. They take Fable, so maybe they aren't getting frog. They're gonna go Spellseeker. Okay. They probably have Time Walk if they're playing Witness. So, yeah, if they grab Time Walk here, I don't feel like I'm winning anymore. Yeah. Um, they don't have a lot of presence on the board, but like Time Walk into Witness, get back Time Walk is pretty good. I guess I just have to hope that they don't do it in the same turn, so they waste some mana. They also have Sorin, so I guess it won't really be wasted. Oh, I'm an idiot. Wow, I'm an idiot. Didn't give it flying. Okay, go. That was really bad. Well, there's mistake number one of the four that I predicted. See if they get their fifth land. Otherwise, it'll just be Time Walk Sorin and then Eternal Witness next turn. Probably hit a land. Time Walk again. Yeah, it's fine. They don't have the mana to pay for it, so whatever. I don't think there's much reason to Fatal Push. If they spend their mana on Sorin, I mean, they could drain me for one if they don't draw land. I mean, there's no way they Eternal Witness back Frog, right? I guess I am safe to just Fatal Push Sorin. Maybe I should have. Oh, Infestation. Okay, I mean, I guess I'll do it now. Yeah, drain me. Alright, so they have Ewit in hand, one unknown. I will remember to throw the frog in the air this time. I promise. Currency Converter, not the worst draw. Alright, let's give it flying. Could hit for more damage. And just like play Currency Converter, discard some swamps. Get value that way. So we're gonna get Witness Time Walked eventually. Let's do this, make it 2/2. Are you kidding me? Their draw was Toxic Deluge. Okay. I mean, fair is fair. I thought they were just attacking because they were going to Witness Time Walk. Yeah, good maneuver there, I guess. Can't discard past it. Of course, they paid the right amount of life. So, yeah, now we should have to hope to draw World Spine. We have a Converter out. Oh, we drew Life Death. Okay. It's also very good. I think I play around Spell Pierce, I guess. Don't really need the cards in hand now anyway, because Frog is gone. Alright, a good top deck for a good top deck. I go to 6 though. I guess back up to 9, so not a big deal. Plus bat? Alright. I can't I can't complain about a deluge anymore. Take your witness. Yikes. Yeah, that was incredibly good. I guess I should have discarded this other swamp to make a treasure when I still had the Psychic Frog out. That probably would have been smart. I don't think I discarded Flash because I could draw World Spine, Italia, whatever. But I think discarding the second swamp was a good idea in case I needed the treasure. So technically 2 mistakes. Didn't cost me the game though. Psychic Frog. I mean, pretty similar deck, except theirs is, well, no, not similar. It has some of the same cards. Toxic Deluge and Psychic Frog. But they're on the Time Walk, Eternal Witness Plan. Got Pest Infestation. Not going to cut any, like, of the artifacts, so artifacts are all good. Could get Fable, but could be a matchup where cut down's good, but it doesn't really kill Frog. Fatal Push is good at killing Frog. Bone Shards. Yeah. Run it back, I guess. Yeah. Opponent deep in the sideboarding tank. Or just going to the bathroom. This hand looks pretty bad. Keep this. I guess I just ditch one of the creatures here. no Thoughtseize is good. World Spine. Ay. Okay, Raucous Theater. Life Death, that's good. Okay. Keep it on top. Can't really grief them because I need the brutality to be able to discard Archon. Frog, yep. Alright, I think I could just drain them. I kind of just want to make them discard a card to Frog. It's not a huge benefit for me, but I think that's better than draining them. Actually, no, I'm just going to drain them. I'm going to lose a lot of life off the life death. There's a chance that I get messed up. I assume they're not just going to discard their whole hand. Toxic Deluge, Vindicate, so 2 ways to deal with Archon. No white source yet, though. They have a stock up, no third land, actually, but they can draw a Frog. I mean, I guess I just take Deluge. So next turn, they're going to stock up or Seeker if they draw land. Their hand is not very good, but I guess it's banking on Frog. Unfortunately, I can't grief them quite yet. Problem is, if I take stock up, they have Deluge to kill Archon. But if I take Deluge, they have stock up to find a white source to kill Archon. And then that doesn't kill their Frog. Because if they Deluge, it's going to kill their Frog. Well, no, I'll kill their Frog anyway. Unless they play Drinker or Seeker. I don't know, I'm going to take Deluge. Just have to hope that they don't hit a third land and hope it's not a white source, I guess. Didn't really expect Vindicate from them, but we did see the Endotha Triumph. Right. Attack with Frog. Probably draw a third land, I assume. You have decent odds between 2 draws. And then if they play Seeker, that's probably a good idea. I mean, they have Time Walk, so they're already inclined to play Seeker. But it also gives them a way to sack. Yeah. Alright. So, might die to Frog if they find a white source. I draw Fable. Unfortunately, not something I can pitch to Grief. Kind of sucks. Let's get our Archon back. They sack the Seeker. They discard probably Hex Drinker, I would assume. But it's pretty good with Time Walk. Maybe they discard the stock up. It's also pretty strong. They probably want Vindicate to hit Archon eventually. I don't know. They also have a 5th random card. Might be worse than all those. I I go back up to 16. Yeah, I mean, between their time walk turns, if they find removal or white source for Archon, I could be in deep trouble, but if they don't kill Archon, even with 2 turns, I think I'm still okay. Because if Archon stays, they can't really attack with Frog super well. It's a 1-2 right now. They discard, go to 4, they go up to 5. They would have to discard their entire hand. Or they stock up first and then discard most of their hand. I mean, I still can't block. Like, even making them discard their whole hand, I can't do, because then they're just left with a 6-7 Frog. And I have nothing. That's why the card's so good. I draw Dothy Voidwalker. Okay. They ditched the Drinker. So I think I should definitely Grief. Oops. I assume I'm taking Time Walk. I could kind of risk it and take Vindicate, but I don't know if they even have any untapped white sources. Yeah. I don't know. I'll still take the walk. Just hope they don't draw white. Okay, play your stock up, sure. Stock on up. Just don't kill the Archon, please. I mean, drawing a black card there was pretty huge. Increases my odds by a lot. Doing the math, trying to figure it out. I mean, if they go land 1-drop creature, they're certainly not out of it, because they can sack that to Archon and then they can hit back with the Frog, draw a card. Maybe end up killing Archon then with Vindicate. Oh yeah, they're gonna do the stock up plan I was talking about. So I can't really block here. I just have to hope they don't have a 1-drop feature or removal. Flooded Strand, okay. Alright, if you don't have a thing, they have a Swords or Path or something? Or is it just Triumph? Like, I'll trade Archon for Frog, Vindicate, plus you discard, I draw. It's still a good deal for me. Plus, they'd still take another 9 if this survives. Yeah, it's just try them. Okay. Looking good here. Forced to sack the Frog. Ditch a card. Chocobo. Okay. We trust Shallow Grave. Okay. I should just Shallow Grave, huh? Should I go to their... Nah, let's just do it now. I think. Well, if they Vindicate the Archon, I can just Shallow Grave that. Yeah. Yeah, let's just wait. I don't even really know which one's better. This lets them maybe have a counter spell for the Shallow Grave. Oh, something else. Oh my god, it's a fairy. Wow, okay. Didn't expect that. I guess that takes care of Archon. Okay. I don't actually know what happens with World Spine Worm if I discard it here. I don't know. So I don't want to shuffle the Archon away. If I hit a land, I would just discard Fable, and then we can discard Worm Shallow Grave next turn, make sure I can do it. I don't know, for science. Alright, so we just put that first. Alright. Yes. GG. Nice. Cool. What is that? 2 now? Nice. Let's see if we can get the trophy. Yeah, I mean this deck is solid, but it's also just been performing extremely well. I've gotten great draws. Apart from that one game where I drew a bunch of lands, but my opponent was doing weird stuff, so still ended up winning. It does feel weird not playing Memory Lapse in this deck, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm not gonna have enough blue sources to really make it that good. That is kind of part of the problem with playing Reanimator. Uh, is you have so many slots you have to dedicate to recursion, discard, and big creatures, which doesn't leave a lot of room for Memory Lapse type cards. Lutri. Hand's not very good. I got mulligan. Yeah, keep. Probably just bottom the world spine. Although the converter combo is kind of nice. Find shallow grave later. Could just bottom a swamp. Yeah, just bottom the world spine. Guide of Souls. Grave Titan. Alright. Well, unless they just go nuts and they're able to pump up the Guide of Souls on turn 2, we can Brutality it. Hopefully they don't have an Ocelot Pride to follow up. We shall see. No Ocelot Pride, okay. Wow. I mean, luckily their hand is just all lands, but it does kind of suck I didn't get to take anything. I don't know. I don't really mind it. So next turn they can either Flage or just put Lutri to hand. I would assume they just put Lutri to hand, because there's nothing to Flage right now. They're doing nothing instead? That seems bad, but maybe they do something. I guess I would assume. I mean, I would guess that it's removal for Grave Titan, but I'm likely to still get the tokens, so I think I still do it. Could be like Cathar Commando, kill the Animate Dead. Felia. Oh, it's just cycle a land. Okay, that makes sense. They've drawn a lot of lands. I mean, you can Flage a token, go to 21, or just put Lutri to hand, or play whatever they drew. I will allow them to play whatever they drew. Sorry if that was loud. Enduring Innocence, okay. Plus, no. Plus nothing. They have City of Traders to buff up their mana to 6 next turn, if that matters. Fatal Pooch. So Voidwalker keeps the Innocence dead. I played that pre-combat. It's probably worth it. Okay. I mean, there's a decent enough chance that they're playing some kind of sweeper, I guess, but Guide of Souls and Wrath of God don't normally go in the same deck. Okay, Mox Diamond, City of Traders, they have a lot of mana. Discard the Canyon, play the City. They have Flage and one unknown, and then Lutri in the companion zone here. So Fiery Confluence. Kill everything except Grave Titan, and then... Oh, wow. Yeah. Fiery Confluence plus Flage does kill everything. Wow, that's pretty huge. Dang. They get to go back up to 10. I mean, they don't have any cards in hand, but they have Lutri. Yeah, this is certainly a game. Yikes. Did not expect Fiery Confluence. Well, at least their innocence is still gone. I drew Baraglyph, which is very good. Casual 3 lands, play all the things I need to play. My opponent floods. They're still off of escaping Flage for a while. Okay, they drew lands. They're just gonna put Lutri in, and then have that as a blocker or just for later. Shallow Grave, Grave Titan. Seemed good. Plus I have Fatal Push for Lutri. Yeah, this has been a sick draw. Oh wait, no, I guess I can't Fatal Push Lutri. Whatever. Take 6. Go to 4. Grave Titan goes away. What do you got? They can Flage if they have like a burn spell. Yeah, they drew Lightning Bolt. Okay. But I can just Fatal Push the Flage afterwards. They go to 7 and then die. Oh, Baraglyph actually just dies to them escaping. So, I think enchantment, instant. Oh, no, I think I have 4 things. Yeah, I have 4 things. Alright, my graveyard's holding it down. But they kill Goyf. And then I get to Fatal Push the Flage because a thing died. So, GG. Alright, snuff out for it also. GG. Yeah, I just had an extremely good draw. Drew all gas. Could play everything I drew with just 3 lands. So, while my opponent flooded out. They cycled a land, pitched a land, played 5 lands, had a City of Trader. Like, yeah. They also, I mean, I think they kept at least a 4-lander, if not a 5-lander. So, I don't know. Happens. Hmm. Definitely want cut down. Seems like Harvester's good. Could play Kolaghan's Command also. They have Mox Diamond. Hmm. Maybe cut like life death. It is very good on like turn 2 or 3. But losing a lot of life against red white with a lot of reach. You got like Bolt, Flage, Fiery Confluence for just a ton of damage. And I'm on the draw. Yeah, I don't know. Let's run this. I should probably bring Kolaghan's Command in too. Mana Vault, Flash, Archon. Alright, I'll keep to. I guess an early Goyf isn't actually that great, but we have Push and Vault. I don't think I grief yet. Spellseeker is a pretty bad draw. Used up all my good draws last game. Figure O Destiny. Shallow Grove. Could double grief them, I guess. Seems kind of bad. Let's just pass. I'll probably push the figure. I mean, it'd be great if they spend their turn trying to level it, but I don't think that's going to happen. They've already seen Fatal Push. If I don't draw land next turn, I'll probably just go to hand size and then discard Archon, but I may be inclined to play Fatal Push here. City of Traders, uh-oh. Got Bombardiers. Tursa. Okay. Unfortunately, I have Shallow Grave in hand, not Animate Dead, so if they discard a nice creature... Does put stuff in the yard for Barrow Whiff, at least. Yeah, let's just Fatal Push. Puts a instant in the yard, makes it a 3/4, protects it from Flage. It was already kind of protected from Bolt because of the whole barrow, like the Goyf thing, where like the damage doesn't kill it until after the thing's in the graveyard and whatever. It's a weird Goyf interaction, but Guide of Souls post combat. All right, Island's good. So now I can Goyf and Flash. Seems good. Oh wait, no, I just Shallow Grave, duh. I know I can't grief first because then the Shallow Grave gets messed up. Drop that. Attack, hit you for 9 more. Discard your last card. Go to 5, and then they don't have any cards, so no point in griefing. I have 2 mana, nothing in play. Tapped Mana Vault. They play an Ocelot Pride. Okay. Let's see what we draw here. Blackleaf Cliffs, pretty good. So I guess we go Cliffs. And then we can just Harvester. No, I should just play Baroglyph. I don't think I need to kill the Ocelot Pride right away. I mean, if they draw like removal for it somehow in white, and then they're able to get in with Pride, I'll take a hit. I can just Harvester later. Blue Tree to hand, okay. Take another ping. This is looking like a trophy. Extremely good draws this match. What do I need? Creature. It's instant already. I guess that's not gonna. Creature, Planeswalker. So it's instant. Are there any sorceries? I guess I'm missing sorcery. But I don't want to exhume, obviously. They have Lutri and one other thing. Condemn is not in the format, so I don't think I need to bat first. Let's see what's up. Enduring Innocence. Okay. I'll just take that. I don't need to grief. Innocence doesn't do anything by itself, so they would have to draw another white source. I don't need to pitch anything. I'll just Harvester if they play something small. Ghost Vacuum, sure. GG. Nice. Got the trophy. Cool. Yeah, that was a good deck. Also drew extremely well. But that's what happens. You have to draft well first in order to draw well, I think, so. Hooray. It's up to 4. It continues my very polarized performances. I don't think I think I've 2-1 like one time. I've 0-3'd one time. And then I've 1-2'd like 4 times and I've trophied 4 times. So it's a lot of 3-0s and 1-2s, which is kind of, I don't know. It's been a roller coaster of emotions. I think I would definitely recognize that guy's name. I'm pretty sure I mean, I know I've played him before, but I was gonna say I'm pretty sure he's kind of high on the leaderboard, maybe. But what I was gonna say is I know this guy is. This was our second round opponent. He got 20 trophies. So it's kind of funny. What was his name? Yoralf. Yeah, like he's got 12 trophies. So our last 2 opponents were even like pretty heavy hitters. But you know, well, you saw the matches. You saw how it went. My draws were great. And I played pretty well. I didn't make too many mistakes, I don't think. Um, let's see. I should do another draft, but I'm also hungry. So I might log off and just get back on tonight. Do a little double stream day. I got on a little late this morning, so I have to disrupt the schedule a little bit. But yeah, that's gonna be it for right now. I'll be back on later today. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and sub and all that, or follow the stream on Twitch. But yeah, till later or till tomorrow. Whenever I see you next, take care.